Welcome to the Academic Writing Amplified podcast. On this podcast, we believe that the culture of academia needs to change radically. Women and non-binary people are revolutionizing academia within institutions that were not built for us. If you're ready to reject the culture of overwork, kick guilt and overwhelm to the curb, and amplify your voice to make a real impact on your field without breaking down or burning out, you're in the right place. With our team of experienced writing coaches as co-hosts, we'll share insights and talk to inspiring guests to bring you the practical strategies, systems, and mindset shifts you need to find time to write, publish work you love, and design your career on your terms. And it all starts with writing. Let's go. Hi, it's Kathy Mazek from Scholar's Voice, and I have a letter to read to you. It's a letter from your September self. So I'm just going to go ahead and read it to you, and then we can talk about it. The letter is dated September 1st, 2023. Dear me, I'm just writing to thank you for the choices you made this summer. You said that you wanted your summer to feel restful, calm, yet productive, and you accomplished all of those things. First, you embraced restful. Unlike in past summers, you realized that lots and lots of deliberate rest is what it takes to refill your tank. You read books just for fun, you got away from your everyday routine, and you were very careful with your sleep habits. Those afternoon naps were awesome. Because of this, today I am looking at the new semester with hope and excitement instead of exhaustion and dread. Second, you embraced calm. You planned your days ahead of time to have lots of space. You broke the pattern of expecting that you would write 6 to 8 hours per day and created a calm rhythm of 1 or 2 hours of writing a few times per week. Surprisingly, you actually got more done than you had previous summers. Resting, resetting expectations really paid off in this sense of calm. Finally, you were able to be productive even while creating a restful and calm summer. You invested in developing your writing and publishing practice. Not only did that mean you submitted those 2 projects that were your goal, it also means that you created new ways of writing and publishing that are sustainable. You made clarifying choices about your career and the way you manage your time. You are headed into the academic year with a clear vision of what you want for yourself and the spaciousness in your schedule to make it happen. All in all, you did it. You finally had the summer you've been craving, and it means that now, in early September, you are truly ready for the semester to begin. Big hugs, your September self. So what if that was the letter that you penned to yourself in September? What would it feel like to be able to say all of those things about your summer, about this summer that you're about to start? Today is the last video in our summer writing prep series. So I wanted to create kind of this wrap up episode where we think about all the things I've been talking about in this summer writing prep series, which, by the way, if you go to our YouTube channel, just go ahead and put Kathy Mazek into YouTube and it'll come right up. There is a playlist where you can watch all of these videos that are the summer writing prep series in order. So you can go check those out. We've featured some of the audio from those videos here on the podcast, but all 9 of them, this is the 9th one, are there for you, for your enjoyment, and for helping you prep for writing this summer. And really, the purpose of all those videos is this. This is the kind of summer that I want you to be able to create for yourself. So I have a little assignment for you that might be fun, which is for this letter from your September self, I chose 3 adjectives to describe my summer: restful, calm, yet productive. So why don't you do that? I mean, are those the three adjectives that you would pick for yourself? What would be your adjectives, right? So think about that and maybe think about penning this letter right now so that you can envision what you will feel like in September if you make the kinds of choices that we've been talking about in this summer writing prep series. So that is my kind of wish for you. Imagine what September could be like. In contrast, imagine what September has been like before. You set really high expectations for all the things you were going to finish this summer, and you didn't cull any of them away, and you didn't adjust for rest. And so what happens? You get to September 1st, exhausted. You look at the semester and you go, I was going to spend all this time kind of replanning my syllabus, but forget it. I'm just going to go and I'm going to start off behind like I do every year. Or maybe you pinned so many hopes on the summer for getting publications out or grant writing done, and you weren't able to because you, again, set expectations incorrectly, didn't factor in the fact that you really needed rest. And what happens? You get to the end of August, beginning of September, exhausted and not as far along as you wanted to on those writing projects. And again, starting off behind, that feeling of you're always behind. I want to help you stop that feeling. So that's why I did the summer writing prep series. And that's why I created our Navigate program, which is enrolling now to start on May 15th. So that program is for professors who want to stop this binge and bust cycle. So I am happy to support you through the 12 weeks of this upcoming summer from May 15th to August 4th. And one of the things that we will do is get one of those almost done articles that's been like hanging out, bothering you, taking up your mental energy, clogging up your pipeline. We will take one of those articles and you will submit it by the end of the 12 weeks. Yes, we will do that. And you will be investing in your writing and publication practice so that it becomes sustainable, so that you break the binge and bust cycle where you're like binge writing on the times that you're supposed to be resting from the load of the semester. And you kind of just flatten everything out, smooth it all out, make it sustainable. And then everything just can become more enjoyable. And you don't have to feel like you're behind all the time. And you don't have to feel like I'm never getting to those writing projects, because you will be. Because in Navigate, we train you and teach you and then coach you, which is the most important secret sauce layer, on how to do it and how to sustain it. So if you are interested in joining us this summer, if you are interested in writing this, having your letter from your September self sound like the one that I read at the top of this episode, then I really want you to consider applying for our Navigate program. Just go to scholarsvoice.org/navigate, find the pink button, and you will be able to send in your application. But do it soon because enrollment closes in May, on May 12th. And we have a multi-step application process because we're really curating what we hope is an excellent, excellent community. I know it will be. It's already, from the people who have enrolled, it's already fabulous. So think about it. Think about what this summer could be. Here's a way to do it, right? Think about what your summers usually are. Like fast forward in your brain to the end of August and think about how you usually feel then. And I want you to imagine a different way. So maybe one way to do this, right? Imagine what you normally feel like at the end of August. Exhausted, dreadful of the new semester, behind. And imagine 3 other adjectives. In this letter from your September self that I read at the beginning, my adjectives were restful, calm, and productive. What would those 3 be for you? How can you switch? How can you imagine some kind of different experience over the summer? And then pen this letter to yourself, write it out. I'll copy paste this into the show notes so that you can see it as a model and write one for yourself. Think about what it could be versus what it has been in the past. What could your summer writing and publishing be versus what it's been in the past? You are capable of change. All of this is you are able to learn it. You can learn writing and publishing practices that are sustainable. I invite you to join our Navigate program. The link to applications is in the show notes. Thank you so much for joining me in the summer writing planning, summer writing prep videos, and the ones that made it onto the podcast as well. Thank you again. And really, I'll still be here coming to you live weekly, even though this series is over. Go check it out. Check out the playlist for the whole series on YouTube. Like and subscribe, and I will see you next week. Bye. Thank you so much for spending your valuable time supporting yourself and your writing by listening to this episode. If you like what you heard today, the best way to say thank you is to hop on over to Apple iTunes and write an honest review. The more reviews, the more amazing academic women and non-binary people will find this podcast. So go write one now.